Adanwa. Iye bulu mmanya. Je gosi anyi onye se na ogina. Iba ya kwa na ya no. So take this one, show us the person. If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is Onije. Onije moto. Kero ya butelfa. Onije. Bokope, say bokope. Bokope.
We shouldn't have used these balls.
Hello, Nne.
Where are you guys?
Our car broke down.
Oh my God.
Adugo, why are you worried? Or get me?
They just called me and they told me that the car broke down and they're stranded.
Our in-laws.
Yes.
Tofia.
This driver can now deal with that driver. Yeah.
Hello? Is that Onije Motors? I need your services very quickly. My love. You're welcome, you're welcome. Adanwa. Iye bulu mmanya. Je gosi anyi onye se na ogina. Iba ya kwa na ya no. So take this one, show us the person. If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is Onije. Onije moto. Kero ya butelfa. Onije. Bokope, say bokope. Bokope.
We shouldn't have used these balls.
Hello, Nne.
Where are you guys?
Our car broke down.
Oh my God.
Adugo, why are you worried? Or get me?
They just called me and they told me that the car broke down and they're stranded.
Our in-laws.
Yes.
Tofia.
This driver can now deal with that driver. Yeah.
Hello? Is that Onije Motors? I need your services very quickly.
Good morning and welcome to Voice of the East Morning Show. This is the politics segment. No, mobile ni sonyalanye, obulu ni bonye banye and echol in our wonder organic and diana chimeno toto. Anyways, no, daluni nonyalanye tata but the 27th day of May 2025. I chineke for a beautiful week. I hope that you are up and ready and that you have begun to be productive with your day. Now, I'm sure you know what we're about to talk about. So we're about to Aichikota, Akụkọ Melani stories na politics na wiki galaga. Kanyi banyo banototo akai malo ife onyelo. Igotago. Last week was quite interesting. Let's see what's up this week. And I'm not alone in the studio. Aburo someone NKATA Ifugia, mayor of Newi, also known as Lutanda, is here with me this morning. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning, Ada. I'm
fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Millions of Begone Nugu, and some people have started complaining because road constructions had to go affected some areas, some parts of Normalinda and some parts of ade agachi aga because ana laws of milia wenes. So aboni if you're affected, please find alternative routes and alternative means to get around. Also, there are some developing stories. That's the Okundai Kanena. Generally in the nation and of course Nasai Dianyabo Southeast. First of all, namely security I need to deal with. The Chief of Naval Staff, that is General Ogala. See, according to what this headline is saying, he says that spiritual solution is what we need to surmount insecurity in Nigeria. It's not like it's funny. It's just that Obura the first time I know top elites of the society, you know, during the hunger crisis, the First Lady had encouraged the country to go into praying and fasting. The Senator has also, that's the Senate President, that is Akpabio, has also encouraged the country to go on fasting and prayer at a certain time. Even top religious leaders in the country, like Bishop Adeboye, has asked the country if any in just this year, 2025, or this year, this spiritual. What do you think about that ideology?
Thank you. Firstly, it's a very funny, not funny in a good way. That's a very funny statement to make because Nigeria, I don't sure no way any country in
Right, right.
I can even say for myself personally. Now the kind of prayers I have prayed in this country, Nigeria was he will fool so. Well, guy name that time. I made 100 days prayers for Nigeria. Wow. May fasting.
I need to dedicate.
Hey, for try to for someone in that kind of position to actually see that the insecurity issues in Nigeria is requires spiritual intervention, then it shows a lot of things. Firstly, it shows incompetence because you are there because you are deemed to have the wherewithal, both the physical, the mental, everything that that is required to fight this issue, right? You as starting from the president, right? Let's just say you were voted in. Let's just say you were voted into power because you told Nigerians, you told the people who voted you that you have what it takes to deal with these problems that has been plaguing this country. So does it mean that what you were saying then, you were lying, or you just wanted to get into that position and now you've gotten in there and you've seen that that is not the way it seems? But for someone like the Chief of Naval Staff to say something like this, then it is very disappointing. It's very disappointing because the insecurity wasn't caused by spiritual problem.
I know.
It is not spiritual. It is physical. So why does it have to take a spiritual solution to solve a physical problem? There's something Abacha said. There's a quote Sani Abacha made when he was alive that once an insurgency lasts for more than 24 hours, that the Aka government so if anything
it's scary. At his authority,
and everything at his disposal.
The farmer in the farming, what does he now think? That is someone as powerful as this. So no, a spiritual problem. Sometimes or dick no cause spiritual problem when is you because
the main thing.
It's almost like what are the statement.
The main thing harm if you had
right.
Yes, harm if you had and the more the problem in Nigeria, the more you look, the less you see, right? If na First Lady say na even Senate President si ka anyị na-ekpekpere ka ọnọdụ Nigeria gbanwee ịghọta mana ị na-asị anyị kpee ekpere ka ọnọdụ Nigeria gbanwee mana ọnụ n'ebe ahụ ọnụ na-eme ka ife na-eme anyị
onye sisi kpekpele emekwa 300% increase
on their salary nye ha new vehicles.
I don't understand.
Anyị nwa ya atọ na ekpere ha nwa atọ na enjoyment
mana ọ dịkwa ka anyị nwa bụ Nigerians anyị like kwa anya bụ ekpere maka ọ na-abụ asị anyị kpee anyị na-ekpekwa
o wee ife ọzọ asị religion bụ the opium of the masses so I don't really blame people. You understand? For some people that is the only hope they have to take away their body. Human beings like to have something to, look forward to, something to hope on. Inwe olileanya. Onye egwuregwu si na olileanya dị ngozi.
But nke anyị I feel bụ goal anyị ọ na-achọ ịghọla anyị disadvantage because this kwaka as in we've put everything in it. Ihe niile dịzi ya.
Obviously, o nwere ife Karl Marx kwuo na the elites Neji religion are suppressing the Haji religion in the masses. Yeah. So Hannah are banking on that particular hope. It's not a bad thing to have hope, but when the hope you have is being used as against you, so that is not a good form of hope. But that statement is not a good one. I don't even know what to say, Maka. If someone in that level can say something like that, then what do we ordinary individuals say? Spiritual, okay, not spiritual. You have to see guy with security details. Can channel without security details? Not spiritual. I channel. One I said, "I'm not recruiting. See recruit all these our pastors. Kafa ban all. It's scary. And then while we're talking about it, the APC continues to be in the news as Governor Alia of Benue State is the next on the defection list. So to go from
to APC.
No, he's in APC already.
He's moved completely. But they are looking at him moving back to PDP.
Oh, really?
Yes, so there's problems, there's APC now, Boyali. Mana, the real questionable, Nigerians are worried, right? APC is trying to become a one-party system.
Yeah,
now,
they're trying to turn Nigeria to one party.
Now, a lot of people are actually clapping for it. A lot of people say, no,
they are supporters.
Not necessarily. I've even had opposing views of people who think that if they all defect to APC, it will make elections easier for Nigerians to pick.
How?
I bought na hey jago no fu party ngwanu kai chon.
Kezi otu election gesi oburu ofu party. Then how do you vote? The thing is, oburu na most of these politicians in defect are defecting to save themselves. They'll come and lie to you and say it is in the interest to align the state with the center. With the center. Other years when we've had opposing governors, we've had opposition parties, have things not stopped happening in the states before. Okay. So they're just, defecting to save themselves. So that's just it. Nobody's. If it's a one-party system, then it's not democracy anymore.
Wow. I would need you to explain this better, Igotago, but we need to go and do some business. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
My lord. You're welcome. Adangwa. Iye bulu mmanya. Je gosi anyị onye se na ogina. Iba ya kwa na ya no. So, take this one, show us the person. If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it is a region. Onye moto. Kedu onye butere fa? Onye Bokopi, say Bokopi.
We shouldn't have used these balls.
Hello, Nne.
Where are you guys?
Our car broke down.
Oh my god.
Adugo, why are you worried? Or getting me?
They just called me and they told me that the car broke down and they're stranded.
Our in-laws.
Yes.
Tofia.
This drive, okay, I will deal with that drive. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello? Is that Onije Motors? I need your services very quickly. My lord. You're welcome, you're welcome. Adangwa, iye bulu mmanya. Je gosi anyị onye isi na ogina. Iba ya kwa na ya no. So, take this one, show us the person. If you want safety, if you want comfort, if you want to go to wherever your destination is, it's a region. Onye moto. Kedu onye butere fa? Onye Bokopi, say Bokopi.
Okay.
Welcome back, Dalu. This is the morning show, now Voice of the East. Thank you for joining us. Omuna Mayo, NKATA politics, no tutua, eba na bopa. Na ụfọdụ akụkọ ndị magopụtalụ na political scene anyị na Nigeria na week gara aga. Governor Francis Nwifuru of Ebonyi State na-emekwa some nice things na Ebonyi. Maka na ọ na-abụ agụba governors nọ na South East na their performances. Ọ dị ka Ebonyi ọ na-agbaba last. But sometime last week we've heard that he has increased the salaries of medical doctors in Ebonyi from about 150,000 naira to up to 500,000 naira. He has built over 200 houses for those who their lands were affected by ICT University. We heard that he built the houses free of charge. We're saying
Is there like a video evidence of the houses?
Well, Anya for the houses to say.
No, also
but the government of Ebonyi has reported this. I know visuals of it. But about the salaries of the medical doctors, that is a proper verified story. He has made that improvement for doctors in Ebonyi.
Yeah.
And truly, in the name medical care in Nigeria need a lot more attention, don't you think so?
The increase in salaries is a very good one. It's a commendable move because nowadays we hardly see doctors who after training, after school, they want to remain in Nigeria.
Oh no!
Right?
No,
the next thing for them, most people even now study medical related, courses just so that after school they can, migrate, go abroad.
Can you blame them?
Yeah, so I can't really blame them because for a lot of people it's a way out, an easier way out of the country. So doing that is a very good. It's a very good thing to do, even though it's not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. But that's a good start.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah, because from 150 to 500 is more than 300% increase. So that is a very good one, at least to help stop the brain drain. There was a video I saw one time when they say that, in that video, they said that Abakaliki is always empty when schools are on break.
Okay.
Like when universities are on break.
Okay.
Like they invest in Abakaliki.
Yes.
And for a capital city, that is not a good...
Why does that happen?
Because they said, like from what I read, it's mostly, the student population.
Oh,
the young people, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's not a good... that's not a good look. But for this this increment, it's a good one, at least to be able to keep those doctors in the state. It is a very good one. It's commendable. Well done to him, but we still need to see more from him.
From Ebonyi,
Yeah,
right?
from the governor,
From
because
the governor.
yeah, he seems like it seemed for the past how many months it seemed like he's not really doing anything. So yeah, it's a good one from him. Well done to him, and he needs to do more.
Okay, do you think that the medical increase, that's the medical salaries increase, should apply to almost all the states in Nigeria?
Yes, yes, even more than this 500,000.
Abi,
Yes,
okay.
because doctors are heroes. They do all they can to, save lives. You wouldn't know this until you're in a dire situation, you're in dire need of medical attention.
I tell you.
Yeah.
Also, just for your information, federal government is now ready to sell the 753 duplexes that were confiscated from the former CBN chairman, Godwin Emefiele, to Nigerians. It's funny that we are now hearing who actually owns those properties. In case you didn't know, that arrest was made sometime earlier this year, and according to the EFCC, it is the greatest confiscation of all time.
753.
Of all time.
Wow.
753 duplexes.
I saw that news, and it's a very sad one, because you're a public servant, right? Okay. That's talking about Godwin Emefiele. Yeah. As a public servant, I do not think. Do you know what 753?
I know, houses. It could have been different if it was money. Houses.
You know how much you be able, wow. That's sad, but hopefully the process of selling it to Nigerians is transparent enough, because we know how this
what would you expect at the sales of these houses?
would rather.
You think that they would sell it probably at a discounted rate, or do you think that they are trying to get monies back from selling it?
They won't, knowing how our political class is.
Okay.
Right. I don't believe that they would sell all. And Nigerians has been raising these same concerns, right? Because in Nigeria nowadays, is the more you look, the less you see. When you look at these people and you try to believe them, they give you more reasons to not even try to believe. When they tell you good morning, you go outside and check, because it's probably dark. So let's watch, because our own job is to keep them to be on their toes. Well, hopefully they're able to sell it at discounted rates, and Nigerians, verifiable Nigerians, are able to buy.
753.
Yeah, and not let them not share it amongst themselves, or sell it to themselves, or just use it to compensate themselves. You know how this.
But this is an important question. How can Nigerians actually make sure that things like this don't happen?
They should make the process transparent and online.
That's the government should make the process.
Yeah.
So we're asking the EFCC, we're calling on the Nigerian government. You understand? We're hoping that even the Ministry of Interiors, all of you who are going to be involved in the sales of
Ministry of Housing.
Ministry of Housing. We're hoping that the process of selling these houses and these buildings will be made known to Nigerians, because we have seen this before. We've seen where these houses will become a thing of compensation. If we like you, we give you 2. If we like you, we give you 1, we give you 3. So please, I na Voice of the East. When open there, we will continue to look at these stories as they are developing, because we would want to know what eventually happens. Because what happens mostly in our nation is that it goes away because there's another story to take over that one we had yesterday. So if I gane emebo story obuna nke obuna I gbadoro I gane enemi atila anyị eluo n'isi, a little bit of our investigative journalism as well. Thank you very much. To subscribe to our channel, follow and like what we're doing here. Help us to share it as well to your brothers and sisters who are in the diaspora and on the so as well. Nigeria continues to display itself. A rugged man Sonny Neji were also arrested. They were involved in an alleged burglary of some sort, ranging from $130,000. Anyamaro Ijefajalo de Hanwa, but they are currently in the police, and we will be looking out for them. Kaimalo, what is going on? If we go, did you see the picture of Chief Priest and the Vice President of the Federal Republic, Kashim Shettima? First of all, before what did you feel? I'm a true Igbo man with your full pride as an name. So tell me, we following up a picture. How did you feel?
Okay, to be honest, I do not feel. I don't know. I didn't feel a particular way because probably I know that I, for one, I'm not someone to judge people in certain situations because knowing the kind of people they are, right, you don't really expect so much, right? That's what I'm going to say. Adopt an open Mana, I said seeing quotes, the Igbo man does not bow to anybody
it's the general reaction.
Except his she, or it doesn't kneel before anybody or bow. Most times people don't know that most of these proverbs are not literal.
Okay.
Yes. So I might see someone who is in authority and, try to bow or, show honor and respect to the person. It doesn't mean I'm bowing figuratively to him.
Yeah, but
so,
there was a literal kneeling down.
Yeah, that is a literal. We are trying to.
Igbos were generally pissed off.
Because it is Shettima.
Right.
If it was Peter Obi, he knelt before.
It wouldn't have been.
Yeah,
oh, so wow. So it made a difference.
Yeah, I think it's because of the person involved. Right.
Wow.
It is, the truth is, that was extra. You understand?
The kneeling?
The kneeling was extra.
Okay.
But then again, let us take it into perspective. If it was someone who the public loved, it would have been a different, it would have not, made this much headlines like it's currently making. Chief Priest is someone who is trying to go into politics.
Right.
Yeah. So.
But if that was the plan, is this the right way to go about it, anyway? Because the outrage on the internet, you should see the outrage. People are so pissed. And then I was saying that he's not the first politician.
He's not the first person to
do that.
Yeah. So if he wants to show honor to the vice president by kneeling before him, fine by him. He's a man. He should take. He should do what he deems fit at a certain what's it called? The situation or the position where he finds himself. Chief Priest is not the representative of Igbo men.
If you go near back,
do you understand?
Yes. If I were Igbo men, for where's the what can we just say?
Do you know? Most of these people saying this thing online. If they come to if they are before the vice president, they will do worse.
They will kneel.
Do you understand? Let's not be hypocrites online. People have even kneeled to people who are not even the vice president.
I tell you.
What is the outrage? I don't really see the outrage, right? But it's Chief Priest, and we all know that the way Chief Priest is. So, I, for one, I looked at it and I passed because that is not what is bothering me currently. That is not what is bothering me. I have a lot of things on my table. So, if like a lot of people would, do you know what? A lot of people that were talking about that particular incident are probably even looking for ways to meet with the vice president.
Yeah, the banter between people on the internet. A lot of people were disappointed and coming for Igbo people and saying, "Here you are, desperate for power. Now you're kneeling." So it caused
Igbo people. Chief Priest is one person,
and
he's an APC member. Do you understand?
Yeah.
He is an APC member. So why are we? He's an APC member. He sees. Even yesterday, he met with the president and even knelt before
Oh
him.
yes, oh
So,
yes, oh yes.
I really
So
did
he's
not.
finding his way, and people thought
Yeah.
it was because his restaurant was locked up
No,
in
no, no, no,
Lagos.
no, no, no.
And,
He's. I think he's trying to, and in the future, would probably see him, contest for governorship
Obviously.
under for Imo State under APC, or maybe one of the Senate or House of Reps, positions.
And it's very doable.
Yeah. So probably that's why he's making the current moves he's making.
A lot of people can
So,
survive the Nigerian political scene.
Yeah.
Let's round off with Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu, as he has expressed concerns over the continued exclusion of Enugu State from the 13% oil derivation fund, despite its official recognition as an oil-producing state by the federal government since 2022. So many people are in support of Governor Peter Mbah on this issue. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think if the state is an oil-producing state, then let whatever is due then be given to them.
Do you think it has contributed enough for it to start getting this derivation fund? Whatever oil that's been discovered in Enugu.
Whatever, I believe that whatever anyone deserves, or any of the states deserves, should be given to them. Okay. So if Enugu has oil and the federal government is tapping into that oil, right, they should be also compensated.
But what if the federal government is saying we've not gotten enough for you to start receiving?
How much is enough? How much of the resources is enough?
That's the point. Does Enugu have enough now for the government to be taking from it and now paying it back at this rate? You know,
so
it was recognized in 2022.
Yeah.
Officially.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
For the governor to
Yes.
come out and make that statement,
Okay.
it shows that the state is doing enough, right?
doing
But
enough.
the thing is, what is the threshold? How much oil is enough to be able to get? The main thing is you are getting oil from us, even if it's not as much as you get from the Niger Delta. You're still getting something here. Give us what is due to us according to what you are getting.
Right.
That is it. It's not even something that is debatable.
But why do you think they are not receiving it? Because these are the arguments that Nigerians are speculating. We're trying to find out what the issue is.
So I don't, on that particular one, I
Yes.
don't really know, because I can't really tell, because the government knows what they are doing, right? But what I know is that as far as they're getting oil, so far they're getting oil in Enugu, right? They should give to the state what is due to the state. It's that simple.
All right, to round it off, David Umahi, during a speech that he made in Abuja some days ago, mentioned, of course, this is during the APC conference. There was a gathering where APC members were in Abuja, including the president. I don't know if you saw the video where the Senate president, Senator Akpabio, was telling the president that, it was a lot of pep talking. He was pep talking the president, telling him that his time has come, 2027 is his. There was a lot of encouraging words for the president, which also David Umahi, that's the Minister for Works, also had something to say, where he said that all the governors, all the important heads in the Southeast were all ready to endorse the President Bola Tinubu Ahmed's administration for 2027. And he said everybody was on board except Peter Obi. And we have also seen Peter Obi going around. He's presently in the north for meetings with Atiku and other elites. A lot of people are wondering, is Obi really going to fall into the alliance scheme where they're asking him to be vice president to El Rufai, vice president to Atiku, vice president to literally anybody? A lot of people are worried about this. The focus on Obi and everything that he he seems to represent. What do you think is really going to play out in 2027?
Okay, with what David Umahi is not the spokesperson for Igbo. So I think even with what the Senate president was saying, everybody is trying to suck up to the president. Do you understand? Everybody is trying to show the president how important.
But isn't this strange? We've seen other presidents. They have oppositions. They have people who don't like them. Famously so, you know. Those people tell them they don't like them, and everybody has moved on. But this particular situation, we are out of oppositions, even as much as political parties can't oppose this government, and individuals in all of their capacities are all behind it. And again, it's quite scary because this administration is about 2 months old this May. 2 years old this May. And it has 2 years to go before this particular tenure is finished. But it has begun a very intensive campaign that we have seen online about endorsements after 2 years of getting into presidency.
Like you've not even used half of your time.
I'm worried.
The thing is, the more you try to understand the situation, the more confused you become. Because you've not even landed and you are planning to take off from that. Now, saying that the whole of the Southeast, who are the Southeast leaders? Who are the Southeast? The governors? The governors, how much power or how much influence does a governor in the Southeast have on the state? In Enugu State here, I can tell you that if the governor here decamps to APC, he would not win the election.
Oh my God, I wish we were going to have this conversation. Are you serious right now?
I am telling you the truth. Even in Anambra, you can't win Anambra. Or free and fair, I'm not talking about when.
Okay, but because I was going to put into consideration that the local governments are loyal to the governors.
The local governments are loyal. The local government chairman.
The local government chairman, yes.
Not the local government, right? If you look at the way elections are being conducted in the Southeast and the leanings of the people, the body language from the Southeast, you would see that nobody likes APC here, except for a few, of them who were able to win elections in, some parts of the state.
That is true.
Of the Southeast.
That is true.
Like the Ebonyi State, Ebonyi State and the Imo State, and we all know how, what's happening, the dynamics with, those states. But I'll tell you for one will tell you that a lot of Igbo leaders, right, the people who they call leaders, have little or no influence.
Really?
Over the people. Yes. Yes. People would vote for who they are convinced to vote for. And that is how, that is why they say we Southeasterners, we don't know how to play politics, because we always come out in